This story is about a family who goes on vacation to a lake house in the middle of the woods. But there's someone in the woods who wants to destroy everything. The story begins with a cabin near a lake in the dense forest, where everything is scattered, as if a major accident has occurred. In the background, we see a family consisting of Laura, her husband, and their 2 daughters, ready to go on vacation. Laura's eldest daughter, Kayla, is reading a book that tells the story of a mouse. The mouse lives under a tree and roams freely and carefree. But one day, a crow tells him about the darkness, which frightens him. While Kayla is reading this story, her younger sister comes and scares her with a zombie doll. Meanwhile, Laura, who is very excited because she was going to spend her holidays with her entire family at a lake house, is upset because her husband says he has some work to do. "You two leave with your daughters. I'll join you soon," quote. Laura has no choice. So, after a long drive with her 2 daughters, she arrives at the same isolated spot where the lake house is located. There's a gate outside the lake house. Laura tries to open it, but it won't open. Then a man named Owen, who lives nearby, comes and helps Laura open the gate. He tells Laura that many families used to come here, but no one comes anymore because a family disappeared a few years ago, after which people stopped coming here. "There's no need to be afraid, I live nearby. If you need anything, you can ask me," quote. He asks Laura, "Did you come here only with your daughters?" Laura says, "No, my husband is coming soon." Owen leaves, and Laura goes to the beautiful lake house with her 2 daughters. Both of her daughters are overjoyed to be there. Just then, Laura's husband calls. He tells Laura, "My work is finished. I'll be there soon," quote. Laura's husband has bought a music box for his daughters. Laura's 2 daughters are shown outside. They spot a red thread, following which they reach the woods, where the word John is written on a tree. Laura looks out the window. She doesn't see her 2 daughters, which worries her because the area is so desolate. The woods surround her, and Laura hears a voice that frightens her. But it turns out it's Laura's daughters who have returned. Laura's older daughter, Kayla, has brought something from the woods, which she hides from her mother and puts in her drawer. Laura asks her what it is, and she says it's a gift for Dad. Night falls. Laura reads a story to her 2 daughters. But Laura's younger daughter isn't feeling well. She seems unwell. So she puts them both to sleep. Just then, Laura's husband calls on the landline. He asks, "Why aren't you picking up your phone?" Laura says, "He's in the car." Her husband says, "I'll be there soon." Just then, Laura hears the sound of trees breaking in front of her. Laura realizes someone is watching her. But Laura avoids this, goes inside the house and turns off the lights. After a while, Kayla comes to her and says, "Maddie is unwell." Laura goes to Maddie, her younger daughter. Maddie has a sore throat, and when she coughs, a small piece of ribbon with the word "hello" comes out of her throat. But the question is, where did this piece of ribbon come from inside her little daughter's throat? Then she checks the drawer where Kayla had hidden something. There's a cupcake there, and she asks Kayla where it came from. Kayla explains, "This morning, we both followed a red thread into the woods. There, we found 2 cupcakes. Maddie ate one, while I brought the other for Dad," quote. Laura checks the cupcake. Inside it, too, is a small piece of ribbon with the word "goodbye." This means someone is watching over them. Laura, who had sensed this earlier, wants to call 911. But her landline is now out of order. Just then, she hears footsteps upstairs. This frightens Laura deeply and she hides in the house with her daughters. Laura's phone is in her car. Laura knows there's danger nearby, so she decides to take her daughters and leave in her car. She grabs a knife from the kitchen and is heading towards her car when someone throws a rock at her car and starts laughing loudly, terrifying Laura and her two daughters. But Laura remains undeterred. She manages to get her two daughters to the car. But before she can start it and leave, she realizes someone has already slashed the tires. Laura and her daughters are forced back inside the house, all of them terrified. Laura is also worried about her younger daughter, Maddie, as her health is steadily deteriorating after eating the cupcakes. Then, Laura realizes there might be someone outside. She looks out the window and sees a man wearing a hoodie waving at her. She realizes this is the person bothering them. Laura takes her two daughters and goes upstairs. Laura's husband is shown there, having reached the gate, the same gate that Laura's neighbor helped open earlier that morning. It's locked again. Laura's husband tries to open it, but he doesn't know how. Someone has written, "Follow me," on it. There's also the same red thread that Laura's daughters saw that morning, following which they both reached the cupcakes in the woods. And now, Laura's husband calls her. The ringing sound of his phone is heard nearby. Following the red thread, he arrives at the same spot where his daughters found the cupcakes that morning. He sees some people having a tea party. But when he looks closer, they're all mannequins. Behind him, we see a masked man holding an axe, advancing toward Laura's husband. On the other side, we see Laura, deeply distressed. Just then, someone knocks on their door, followed by her husband's voice. Laura is overjoyed to hear her husband's voice, but fear still lingers in her heart. She hesitantly opens the door. When she looks outside, she's shocked to find not her husband, but a recorder with his voice recorded. In fact, the masked man had recorded Laura's husband's voice while he was calling out to his family in the forest, and this is the same voice. Laura realizes her husband's life is in danger. But before she can do anything, a body falls from above, which is her husband's. Meaning, the masked man has killed her husband. Laura is devastated by this. She quickly goes inside the house and hides her daughters, but then the lights go out. Laura realizes that if she doesn't leave with her daughters, the masked man will kill them all too. So, mustering courage, she takes a flashlight and exits the house. Then she sees some mannequins in very bad condition. The masked man then attacks them with eggs. Frightened, they all run back inside the house. Then someone throws a zombie doll of Laura's younger daughter inside the house. They're all terrified. Laura doesn't know what to do now, because if they go outside, the masked man will kill them all. Now, Laura knows that her husband arrived here just a short while ago, which means his car is nearby. Laura must reach the car at any cost so she can take her daughters and escape. Laura hides her two daughters in the closet and now wants to get the car keys, which she knows will be in her husband's clothes. She walks forward in fear and quickly returns with the keys. Just then, Laura hears a voice from outside. It's her neighbor who helped her that morning. Laura calls out loudly to him. But before he can come inside to help her, the masked man comes and kills him. The glimmer of hope Laura had seen has been extinguished. Laura is trapped in this house with her daughters. Then, Laura finds a sketchbook filled with drawings depicting the masked man about to kill her and her 2 daughters. And that's the end of this story, this night. But Laura, risking her life for her daughters, decides to go out and get the car. But before she can do so, the masked man comes in and takes Laura away in front of her daughters. Laura's 2 daughters are now alone inside the house, terrified. They still don't know that their father has died. Then, from outside, they hear the music their father always played for them. They go outside, where their father's car is shaking. When they open the trunk of their car, they find their mother, Laura, tied up and locked inside by the masked man. Laura's mouth is gagged, and her face is wrapped in the same red thread that led them to the forest this morning, where they found the cupcakes. But before they can free their mother, their masked man arrives and attacks them. But Kayla and Maddie run inside the house and hide under the bed. Then the masked man arrives. He searches for them throughout the house, but cannot find them. He sits down on the same bed under which Kayla and Maddie are hiding. He says, "My name is John. My family brought me here many years ago. They all left, but I was left in this forest because they thought I was mentally unstable." Quote, "And ever since, I've been playing games with anyone who comes to this lake house." With that, he lifts the bed under which Kayla and Maddie were hiding. He knocks them both unconscious and takes them with him. A few hours pass, and it's morning. The masked man has now tied up Laura's 2 daughters. They have the same red thread around their faces as he tied around Laura's. He's about to kill them both. He thinks Laura is dead because when he approaches her, she's unconscious. But Laura is still alive. The masked man then goes to kill Laura's daughter. Just then, he hears music coming from the car, and when he gets to the car, he sees that Laura isn't in the trunk. The same music box that Laura's husband bought for his daughters is playing there. But before the masked man can understand anything, he's gone. Laura attacks him from behind, and the masked man blocks her attack, which leads to a scuffle. A scuffle ensues between them. But Laura has only one thing on her mind: to save her 2 daughters. Undeterred, she fights relentlessly and kills the masked man. She then goes to her daughters and brings them back to the car, and the 3 of them drive away. Just then, Laura's daughter, Kayla, looks back and sees that the masked man's body, John's, has disappeared, indicating that he is still alive and will replay the same game of death with anyone who visits the lake house. With this, the film and story conclude. We hope you enjoyed this story.